It's your host, Joel Hawkins, along with
H. Jones. Thought you was going to say it.
Here for another Mix It Up Reactions. We are doing today another request we had, which was Avenged Sevenfold, God Hates Us, live at Rock am Ring 2011. It's going to be fantastic.
Swell.
Because we haven't seen a live version of God Hates Us yet.
That wasn't at the LBC.
No, they didn't play it.
Oh, okay.
Because that album didn't exist when they did that show.
Oh, makes sense.
Because that was 2008? 7? I think the album came out 2007. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyways, but yeah, so we're going to check out Avenged Sevenfold, God Hates Us live at Rock am Ring. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And check out the merch right here. And let's go ahead and get started.
Yay.
Waiting for the thing to... Okay, it just went down.
Huh?
The merge pop-up that happens.
Oh. Like, I don't see anything.
Holy crap. There's a lot of people.
Now that you're all warmed up, we probably shouldn't be playing this song on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Sunday, right?
He has a memory like me.
We should all go to church on Sunday instead of playing songs like this. This song is called God Hates Us. And this is the song where you show me what the fuck you got. Can you do that for me, Rock am Ring? Front to back, side to fucking side, fuck shit up.
Oh, there it is. It starts.
Yeah, guys, ready dance contest.
Go!
Tries to try to get out.
God save us! God save us all! It fucking hurts us, yeah! Our city hates you all! Drown out nightmare, yeah! Hit the total nightmare! Let's see it! Nothing to heal, no one to break. Bills down the road, now there's nothing to take. Nothing to love, no one to break. You'll find out sooner, it's best that we just know I'll break my infiltrated blood, my lacerated soul. It took me years, create me, control you. I left myself with it, I can't wash out. God save us! God save us all! It fucking hates us, yeah! You know he hates you all! Out out nightmare! It's a town nightmare! Lord!
sense. Okay, so I know exactly why. Throughout that song, like he wasn't doing the full screams every single time. He'd go into notes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's the reason he was doing that. Is at the end he wanted that super long, loud, thick scream.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Okay, gotta save up the vocals a bit for this." Because the problem with even when you're properly doing it, like you're doing vocal fry like that and into a scream, even when you're properly doing it, it still shreds those edges of your vocal cords. You can feel it. And you can feel when it's almost getting to a tear. And you tend to pull back because you don't want to because if you do that, you blow out your vocal cords and it takes weeks to heal. Or you do it enough times improperly singing over time, you're going to get vocal nodules because you're singing incorrectly and you're fucking with your shit.
Yeah.
But with that vocal fry, though, even if you're doing it inner voice style, you know, because a microphone is adding that projection, that amplification. So you don't have to go like and turn blood red and veins pop out your forehead. You don't have to do that, you know? So you do the inner voice and circulatory screaming and you let echo chambers through your vocal cords and the back of your throat and things like that. And you're able to, you know, a little bit heavier. Not like that, by the way. That was just an embarrassing version. I have not done vocal fry into a scream in so long. I mean, I don't even think I could do it right now because you literally have to train your voice to do it without shredding your entire vocal cords. But the fact that he held off a couple of those, what he would have done on the album, and it was because at the end he wanted to do that ridiculously long scream to fill it up.
Change it up when you go live.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like it. It was a good one.
I will say.
What'd you think?
I wasn't in love with the drummer.
Yeah.
He had a crazy setup. He had like 30 million cymbals, but
I think you missed the rev. I think you like the rev, and you
Like there's a couple of times I started listening, and I'm like, I think his double pedal is slightly off towards the end.
Yeah,
like everything didn't just gel. It seemed like there were some parts of the song where they just didn't seem all the way locked in.
Yeah.
You know, it might have been for a beat or two, but it's like, okay.
It might have also been because it was a day show. I'm going to tell you right now as a musician, day shows suck. Because one, you have more heat on you, depending on the situation, on what show you're playing, backstage options, things like that. You might have been sitting out backstage, depending on what type of show you have. They're not going to have like an AC duct of cool stuff. You might have your touring bus. But depending on if you're going and playing a showcase like 6 hours away, you need to make sure you have enough gas, a line. They're not going to turn on the AC for that. You know, there's a bunch of different stuff that comes into play. And even if you're a big act, you know, you kind of have to suffer sometimes at some of these shows because you'll show up and your bus needs to go refuel and needs to do some maintenance. And you're here at this back end show and the promoter told you there'd be ice and this and you have food and this and that, but you're sitting at a little paper table with all your bandmates waiting for 6 hours before you go on stage, you know? So it can be sometimes a little frustrating and annoying. Even on the biggest concerts, you might have that issue backstage. So it might be that it was just a day show, or maybe they got rushed. I mean, there's so many different variables that can add to it. And it may be, maybe, for instance, that guy was maybe just someone that they just started playing with. Maybe he's only had 2 rehearsals under his belt, you know?
Yeah.
So there's no real way to tell exactly what was, or they could have just been having an off day. I actually think the song was great.
No, the song was good. It was just, there was some times where it felt like they didn't gel, and I was like, you know what, I think it's the drummer.
Yeah.
I think it's just
it might have been. You also got to think about it. I don't know if you're like me, but if I were to lose a bandmate, like it'd take years for me to be back to full power, you know?
Mm-hmm. I get that.
And you still wouldn't be fully that way, you know? Especially when you're in the same band and you're playing songs, you know, that would be difficult. I can't really put myself in those shoes. So I'm Shadow, Zachy, Sinister. Sorry, guys. It sucks, man. But no, I mean, it's a good representation. I enjoyed the show. As for the crowd, I grew up in the age of mosh pits and dance rings is the only thing what I can think of what that felt more like. But the rest of the crowd, though, something must have happened during that show. Like it must be overtly hot or they weren't getting enough water because they felt very tired.
Yeah, the energy of this crowd compared to LBC is completely different. Yeah,
like completely night different. And freaking day. Yeah, different.
It felt more. LBC could have been night, and then this one was day.
Yeah, well, I think LBC was inside a theater.
I know, but you said night and day different.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the sun will take the energy out of you a lot of the time. That's why when everybody's like, "Hey, we're going to Coachella," I'm like, "Have fun sweating." Hey, we're going to the pavilion. Have fun sweating. It's hot out there.
I did like watching as the ring got bigger and bigger. There's a few people like, oh shit, no, move. I'm trying to get out. You see them like on the edge, like bouncing back in and like, no, I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah. And you watch the guy in the center who honestly, I don't know if he knows he's the center of the ring. Like it just looks like he's having a great friggin' time. And then all of a sudden it's like he knows stops and it's like, hey, what? Oh, cool. And like then just keeps at least it didn't get violent. You would have thought with that song they'd have been way more violent.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like a dance ring, they'd just start breaking each other's noses, you know.
And maybe,
good on you, crowd. You didn't have the energy to do it.
Too tired to kick your ass right now.
But yeah, usually on a song like that, you know, like we talked about, I bet you the crowd goes, hi.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 hi.
Yeah.
Hi. No, they didn't do that at all. Which I think that's why somebody told us, hey, check it out live, Rock and Ring. You know, blah, blah. I think that's why somebody told us. They were like, yeah, this crowd doesn't do that. I wish they would.
They should.
But yeah, that live at the LBC energy is so much different. But that's honestly what can make a good show is the energy of that crowd. If the energy of that crowd sucks.
Yeah.
Then easily. It can make a show 10,000 times worse.
You feed off of it.
Because I can't even tell you how many times that like we went out there and like just started wrecking shop. Like just didn't even give a shit if the crowd was into it or not. And the crowd ended up responding and it made the show so much better. Mm-hmm. When the crowd doesn't respond and you're still giving it all you got energy wise and everything else, then there's something wrong with that crowd. Something happened that ruined it or something. Because if you have that kind of energy and you're throwing it out there and you're having a good time and they're actually reciprocating, it can be an amazing moment. But if they're absolutely not even trying, you know, then it's like, oh, it sucks for you guys. We're still going to have fun. Let's have fun. Yeah.
Buy some merch.
Yeah. Buy some merch, bitches. Meh. But no, I mean, M Shadow's vocals are on point. I know he was trying to save his voice for that end scream. That's why he did something different than just the typical God, you know, God, that's all. But which is smart on his part as a vocalist, because if you don't do that and you consistently try and shred your vocals as much as possible, you're not paying attention, dude. You got to think about it. You have an entire tour. You can't shred your stuff out and be like, oh, I guess I won't sing next week.
You know, or tomorrow.
Yeah. It doesn't work, you know.
Just play the track.
Yeah, right. Just play the track and I'll lip sync Milli Vanilli style. Yeah, that does not work. Oh, well, Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. I said that a little too quickly. Came a little garbage word salad style. I'm sorry. And check out some merch. That's not the sound. It's that actually sounds exactly like it. I'm super happy. Make it happen now.